Hi, my name is Nick. I'm a psychology practitioner with the Optimum Health Clinic, and today I'm going to be talking about supporting a loved one with a fatigue-related condition. I'm slightly unusual in the clinic in that a lot of my colleagues have actually been through their own recovery journey, but my first contact with the Optimum Health Clinic and with a fatigue-related condition was actually during my wife's recovery. There's certainly a lot of things that I would have done differently with the knowledge and experience I have now, but there are a few things that I did get right. So these are the sort of the 5 main areas that I feel you can make a real difference. So the first is to ask for help. And so whether that is reaching out to the clinic, which was a huge relief and a reassurance for me in that I knew that she was talking to people who got what she was going through. The second person and group of people was reaching out to our families. My mother-in-law in particular, who actually came to live with us during my wife's recovery, was a huge emotional and logistical support for us both. But be honest with your friends, keep them informed about what's going on, and give them the opportunities to surprise you. And then there's professional help for yourself. I only ended up doing this really late in my wife's recovery, when I was on the edge of breaking down. So don't rule out the value of getting some professional counselling or therapy yourself. The second thing is to find things that you can do together. My wife's illness suddenly meant all the things that we used to do together, whether it was running, walking, cycling, socialising, were suddenly off the table. And for a period of time during her recovery, there was a real disconnect. It actually took me breaking my leg to make that reconnection and for us to find those things that we could do together again. So whether that was watching box sets, sitting and reading together, doing meditations and gentle yoga together. Also try and engage and have interest in their recovery, the tools that they're using. You may well find that they benefit your own mental health, your own well-being too. Strike a balance though. Try to resist that urge to be constantly trying to fix. Most of the time, simply holding the space, empathizing, giving them a hug, just that emotional support, rather than solutions and platitudes. Next, give yourself space. It's all too easy to burn yourself out as a carer. And if that happens, it's only going to make the situation worse. You can only look after your loved one if you look after yourself. So for me, it was getting out on my bike, walking the dog, meeting my mates at the pub, all those normal things that provided me with valuable headspace and a recharge so that I could look after my wife and support her better. The fourth is to change their environment. This is something that I found I was really able to impact on. We always talk about there being 4 types of tiredness: mental tiredness, physical tiredness, emotional tiredness, and environmental tiredness. So even when she was at her most ill and mostly bedbound, it was a case of moving the bed in the room, changing the curtains, bringing in some plants, encouraging her to spend time downstairs, or if it was a nice day, sat in the garden, and then driving her to the top of her local hill, giving her a view. But most of the time, that change in environment was something that I really could do to help her. And the fifth thing is to be their objective recovery guide. It's normal if you're having a dip, if you're having a bit of a bad day, to run a negative cognitive bias and only be in that moment, in that day of that dip. So that's where you can point out, you've had a dip day today, but you've had a run of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 good days. Look back to where you were 6 months ago. Look back to where you were a year ago. Today's dip would have been a good day 6 months ago. So I hope you found that useful today. And for more information, visit the clinic website, theoptimumhealthclinic.com.